Hey, Dr. Hayes. My name is Rebecca Faith Fuentes. I'm a freshman this semester. It's my second semester here at SAGU. My book report is over the book Captivating, Unveiling the Mystery of a Woman's Soul by John and Stassi Eldredge. So I don't know if that's Stacy or Stassi, but here we go. Basically what this book is about, it's a counterpart to one of their other books called Wild at Heart. And Wild at Heart is about men and their masculinity and everything like that. But this one is about women and their femininity and how God created us very thoughtfully to show us who He is on a different spectrum compared to men, and how we are almost incarnate beings of His feminine side, His nurturing side, His loving side, His side that He wants to be wanted. And it's just beautiful to see that God was intentional, and that being masculine and feminine are very different things, but He is perfect, and He has a perfect balance between those two. And so this book has really just opened my eyes to a lot of things about my worth, about my femininity, and how it's okay to have certain feelings and things like that, and that I'll explain as I go on. But a few things that stood out to me that I really took away from the book are, right now, I'll just go through and say God's femininity, His selectiveness in creating a woman. On page 8 of the book, it says, think about it. God created you as a woman. God created man in His own image. Male and female He created them. Genesis 1:27. Whatever it means to bear God's image, you do so as woman, female. That's how and where you bear His image. Your feminine heart has been created with the greatest of all possible dignities, as a reflection of God's own heart. And that's amazing to me, that God just really was intentional and was very selective on what qualities He wanted women to have. So, also, Crown of Creation. I always read this passage over and over. It's on page 26 of the book, and it's basically talking about how during the creation process, God, each part of creation was more spectacular and more intricate and more intimate each time. And so the Lord, it just goes on and it gets really good. And it talks about how something was missing with Adam. It says, even though Adam was made in God's perfect image, God still saw that there was something missing. And so He created Eve. And it says, she is the crescendo, the final astonishing work of God. In one last flourish, creation comes to a finish with Eve. She is the master's finishing touch, giving the way creation unfolds, how it builds to ever higher and higher works of art. Can there be any doubt that Eve is the crown of creation? As Paul later writes, man is the image of God, image and glory of God, but the woman is the glory of man. And it says, step to a window, ladies, if you can. Better still, find some place with a view. Look out across the earth and say to yourselves, the whole vast world was incomplete without me. Creation reached its finishing touch in me. And I just think that's awesome that God saw that there was something missing still, even after He created someone in His very own image from dust. And He saw that Eve needed to be created, that woman needed to be created. Also, another thing I took from the book, my second point, is how jealous Satan is of women. And it was so insane the way I just understood it, because Satan was this beautiful angel, but it went to his head and so he fell. And then Eve was beautiful as well. God created her to be the incarnate of His beauty. And so Satan was so jealous that he attacked her. He also attacked her because she gives the life and he is the Prince of Death. So it just goes on to say that, it says here on page 83, page 92, it says, you won't really understand your life as a woman until you understand this. You are passionately loved by the God of the universe. You are passionately hated by his enemy. So these all stood out to me because it shows that women are worthy and that I am worthy of being created in God's image. And, you know, he loved me so much that he thought about me and he wanted me to be a woman. So that's my book report. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in class.